Hey guys, it's Michael Todd and welcome back to the Cult of Vintage. It is now officially in November. It's November something or other. We're definitely past the first week in November. So we're out at the Antique Mall seeing if we can find some vintage or antique Christmas stuff. We are in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania at the Lewisburg Antique Mall. So we're going to get in here, see if we can't find anything for resale or maybe even for our collection. Not the, ooh, there's a blow mold Santa. There's something at least. Let's hope there's more. We're going to get in here, guys. Let's do it. Alrighty, guys, here we go. And as the mall has set up, there was only 43 days left at the time for holiday shopping. And that was last week. It is fast approaching, and this just goes to prove my point. If you have an antique mall, if you've got a vendor booth, get your Christmas out. Time is going by quick, you guys. And here is that blow mold Santa that we saw on the exterior. He is very unusual. I've never seen one with a brown beard. It was younger-ish Santa. Though I will say, I always pictured Santa as like a strawberry blonde. Now, I did see these adorable little figurines. The first one here in the red dress with the red cold paint, the spaghetti. You guys, it was only $10. I 100% picked her up at that price. Now, she doesn't have a manufacturer's mark, nor does she have a sticker other than a made in Japan. However, she was a fantastic quality, especially for $10. So I did decide to go ahead and pick her up. And right next door to her was a ceramic planter. Now, she is in a green dress. I love it. She's adorable. Her little candy cane, her presents. At $20, I was unsure of that one. Don't worry, I didn't leave her behind. Now, I did see this amazing, look at this cloth cord here. It is in like new condition, very like 20s, 30s to me. It does have a metal base. It was marked made in the USA. It does in fact work, and at $5.99, that was a fantastic deal. That baby is freaking me out. It looked a little too real there. It's like, ooh, she's creeping on us. Alrighty, guys, this is the Tacky Christmas. These are plastic wall sconces. They were priced at $20 each. Now, I do think that there was, given the right buyer, oh, there's another creepy baby. Glaring. Lou, don't focus on her. I think that these were adorable. I think they're cute. They're kitschy. They're trash-tastic. However, I will say this. They were made to be mounted on a wall. I don't really see those going on the interior of a home. So I did decide to go ahead and leave those behind. We've got a very beautiful setup here, and then something catches my eye, and I about fall. Oh, whoa, we're setting the basket down. I've locked in. Do you see it? What is it? It's not Christmas. I know we said we're going to buy Christmas, but oh, you guys, this is an original Hager head planter vase. Now, there is a hairline crack there in the back. There's a small chip on the rim. It looks like there is a hairline there on the front of the brim of the hat. It is not. It's just a very deep craze line. It was priced at $15. Okay. Don't tell me you can't find no deal at an antique mall. That's $15. That is probably worth about 10 times that. You heard me right. That planter is about $150. Oh, yeah. Now, I did see this cute little cricket here, or this little pixie, if you will, the anthropomorphic bug. It is a spade ashtray. It's only $5. I think that that's a very fair price. I did not pick it up because I was really trying to hold fast to the idea or concept of only buying Christmas. Now, I know you're going to say, but Michael, was that head vase really Christmas? No, but you could put greenery in it and it would be Christmas. I mean, it's cream. Speaking of head vases, We do have an actual Christmas one. Unfortunately, the price was not where I would want it to be for resale. Again, something that was very fair as a collector. And I will say, if you do find those Christmas head vases out there, make sure that you snatch them up. A lot of, especially the Nepco, they're very rare, they're very collectible, and they're highly desirable. So I would recommend picking those Christmas head vases up. A little deer there, but trying to stay away from the littles. Here we've got an excellent example of very mod, or really I would say 60s, 70s fondue pot. It would look to be in excellent condition. All of the tongs were present. Even the little burner tube was there. You rarely see those, or if you do, they're dried out and cracked. So this vendor sprinkled in a little bit of Christmas throughout the booth. They didn't really focus on it, and that's okay. I'm really looking for that wow factor, though. Now, I will say something that did give me pause was the blue and the white. I think that this is a great mid-century look. I did see this little hobbyist Santa here in the blue and white. He was priced to $8. I think that is very fair. But again, for resale, not where I would want it to be. Something that did catch my eye, and I thought that it was older than it was, this does have a barcode on it, were these jingle bells. Now, I loved the little case. What fooled me was the plastic had aged, so I thought it was older than it was. Now, these are a little weird. A little star-eyed Santa. We do seem to have some mica on there, and that's that larger, chunkier glitter. I was thinking about getting these for a wreath. Unfortunately, they were priced a little higher than I would want to pay on individual items. Another thing to keep your eye out for are these recipe spikes or receipt spikes. These do make great tree topper holders. So if you do collect, especially those old German shiny bright ones, you can slide your tree topper right on there, have a pretty little base, and it isn't taking up a whole lot of room. Now, speaking of wow factor, how about it? Obviously, the aluminum tree, we are seeing that little turquoise one. I do think that's a little newer, but still cute. And definitely, if you put on some pink ornaments on there, some silver, that would definitely give you that mid-century vibe. Giant Santa blow mold here, all kinds of goodies. You guys have seen this vendor's booth before. We do see a little Empoli genie bottle there. You've seen this before. I always love stopping here and showing it off. I love this green and red color combination. That just goes to show that you can achieve a more utilitarian Christmas look by just playing up with the holiday colors. It doesn't have to be made specifically for Christmas, especially in the vintage world. There's a lot that you can do to really mix it up and play with it, provided it is going to be in the color palette that you want to use for the holidays. So again, we're going to get in a little bit more detail here so you can see some of the beautiful items that are on display. Again, that blue glass, the light blue, that Tiffany blue, it almost reads opaline. It is in fact a flashed glass. Again, taking some of that green, throwing in some red, boom. If you are a glass collector, you know that you can play up those colors without it having to be necessarily a quote-unquote Christmas item. I love that old little radio. It very much reminds me of the one that my grandmother had in the kitchen. Now, I did see this blue little poodle here. It was priced fairly at $14. I just didn't know if it was a hobbyist piece or not. Irregardless, I thought that it was really cute. The coloring was unusual. That is probably something I probably should have gotten, because I do think that there is some resale value on there. How much? I don't know. That just depends on the buyer. I like that little green tin with the milk glass on there. Now I did find this little blow mold Santa here on his little drum. I think he's absolutely cute, darling. Some little putts, kind of like more contemporary houses there. That vinyl had Santa. I did put blow mold Santa back. He would have been wreath fodder. I will tell you, I actually found another one of those blow mold Santas that I was able to get and will be using on an upcoming wreath. This is a huge regret. I forgot this. I was gonna get it. I don't know why I set it down. I got distracted and did not remember. This is a box of the Jewel Bright ornaments. It is priced at $20. You are obviously getting 4 ornaments that are coming in their original packaging. I thought that was amazing. I'm kicking myself for forgetting those. I think this vendor's display cabinet is why I forgot the Jewel Brights or the Shiny Bright, the Jewel Brights, Michael. I have a tendency of calling them Shiny Brights. They're not. Now, this vendor did add in some Christmas. We've seen this vendor's booth before. They love them some Van Briggle, and I'm not mad at it. Little paper mache pumpkin bucket back there. Of course, we had to sneak him in there. I love those old starched masks. They're very creepy to me. Now, this is a new entry. Okay, so this is Miss Dainty. This is by Lefton. We are seeing a cookie jar. The lid is included. It is set off here to the side, and 2 salt and pepper shakers. It is $93. Now, okay, this is where it gets weird. Do I think that there was some resale value there? Yes. There was not a lot. I think that price was an extraordinary deal for collectors, but it was right there on the line as a reseller, and I really didn't want to take that risk. Again, if a collector was walking in to get that, snatch it up. That Santa definitely needs to take a shower. He has been down one too many chimneys. He's got some soot all over his face. This is interesting. In this booth, it's very Victorian Art Nouveau style. There was, of course, some Christmas items sprinkled in these Rossbro, the candy containers. Unfortunately, a lot of the other Christmas was newer. Not that there was anything wrong with that, but here at the Cult.Of.Vintage, we like to keep it the Cult.Of.Vintage. The Cult, that's what my name, I forgot what my YouTube channel name was. I was like, I'm not the Cult.Of.Vintage. Yes, you are, you fool. Okay, so anyhow, back to the mid-century glass. We do have another example of an Empoli in the wave style. At $40, it was very fair for a collector. I have, in fact, bought other Empoli genie bottles for $40 and have done well in regards to reselling them. But we're trying to keep it with the Christmas. Underneath, I'm still caught on the name. Underneath, I am seeing this very unusual sculpted covered dish. It very much looks like a crown to me. I'm unsure as to the manufacturer, but again, trying to keep it in Christmas only. A very beautiful, very stretched, swung, blue vase there. It was priced at $59. Here we are in ceramic Christmas tree forest. I love the little one here. It's priced at only $34. I think that's a really good deal. It's in excellent condition. Well, I shouldn't say excellent. It's in good vintage condition. There was a little chip out of the base. We have some large Atlantic molds. We've got some very large Holland molds up here. I'm going to be honest, I don't really like this Holland mold one. I think that the branches are a little too close together. It looks too... I don't know. It's just not my thing. But $80, that's a fantastic deal, especially for such a large-sized tree. You guys, I do not know what it is this year that has really gotten me hung up on wanting a ceramic tree. You do know by now that I was able to pick up a very large Atlantic Mall. This is an example of one here. Now, this one was not glued. The one that I found and purchased for $75, might I add, it was glued. Now, I like the fact that it was glued together. I know some people may not be crazy about that idea, but it freaks me out because it does not, no matter how many times I've tried to situate this three-piece tree, fit together perfectly, and it always feels like if you were to bump it even lightly, it would go toppling to the ground. That would be heartbreaking. So this one priced at 120, I believe. I just saw. Great deal. Glad I didn't get it because I found another really good deal one. Now, these little cuties here, these little Napco, interestingly enough, they are a set. However, the little girl has the older Napco, very much looking like the silver artist plate. This one has the newer gold and red. But at $6.50, heck yeah, I picked them up. Into the basket they go. And you guys, that is it for today. We're going to wrap it up outside. See you there. Well, guys, that was today's adventure. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed there wasn't more Christmas set out. We are almost halfway through November, and as vintage and antique collectors, you know, a lot of us have already started putting out our Christmas decorations. So if you have a vendor booth at an antique mall, consignment, co-op, get it out. The sooner the better. It's gonna sell. People like me, resellers, collectors, we're already out buying and decorating. So there's your tip for the day. Anyhow, guys, I hope you had a good time today. As always, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye, guys.